I'm Tactical Pascal, welcome to the channel. I hope this finds you all safe and well. This video is going to show you how not to die while flying through clouds in DCS World 2.7. Now the clouds that they've brought in are absolutely phenomenal. They are, I wasn't expecting them to be this good, but they're amazing. Well done, the Eagle Dynamics, well done. Anyway, they do bring in a problem, and that is the fact that lots of people are going to be having lots of clouds on servers, making the game look even better than it already does. That's going to bring in that problem of you have to be able to navigate up and down through them. Now, for a lot of people, that's a skill that they haven't practiced. So this video is going to show you the instruments that you're going to need, so you're not going to smash into the ground or get disorientated while flying in DCS. Most aircraft share common instruments regardless of if you're flying a Russian aircraft, a helicopter, a warbird or a fast jet. The bonus obviously being with modern aircraft is they have a heads-up display, which means you don't need to rely too much on the instruments, you can just use the HUD. But for the older ones, you're going to have to rely on these instruments. So let's get cracking. I'll start with a Spitfire here. So the first thing we'll cover is the artificial horizon. Now this is going to show you a line where the horizon is, and then your position of the wings above and below that line lets you know if you're going to be pointing the nose above the horizon or below the horizon. Easy peasy. We can tie that in with the vertical velocity indicator. Now this line is going to show us if we're climbing or descending, so 0 means you are maintaining a level flight. If it goes up to the 1, 2, 3, 4, it means you're climbing. If it goes down to the 1, 2, 3, 4, it means you're descending, and that's thousands of feet per minute. Next up is our altimeter. So this gives us our height that we're currently flying. So again, as the needles roll down or anti-clockwise, that means you're descending, and if the needles move clockwise, it means you are climbing. And of course, we've got our speed and heading. Let's jump into an F5 and we'll show the similar instruments there. So here we are on the F5. It looks more complicated because there are more instruments to pay attention to, but basically they're all the same. So what we'll do is we'll fly around here and then we'll descend through the clouds, and then we'll just use instruments while we do it. Again, it looks stunning, look at that. Right, let's get descending. So we've zoomed in so we can see our instruments. So same as the Spitfire, we've got our artificial horizon, and that's going to tell us if the nose is pointing above or below the horizon. It also tells us if we're turning. We've got our vertical velocity indicator, so we can see here we are descending at 6,000 feet a minute. Just pull the nose up a bit, and then that arrests the descent a little bit, and then we stick the nose down. We can see our altimeter, so the needle is winding around anti-clockwise because we're descending. We can see our speed there at decimal 8. We can see our heading on the compass, and we can see our angle of attack indicator. So we're just flying through the clouds. If you look at the top of the screen there, we're obscured pretty much. We're just at the tops of the clouds, but we're going to descend down through them, and we're just going to do this on instruments. Same as you do in the Spitfire, you're just monitoring those instruments. Climbing, descending, manoeuvring, you can turn. All of this is done on the instruments. So we've got our nose down about 10 degrees below the horizon. We're descending at 6,000 feet per minute. We're passing 6,000 feet now, bottom of the clouds. Now we can get our head out of the cockpit. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's it, it's that simple. Just keep an eye on the instruments, practice, practice, practice. There will be times where you get confused as to where you're pointing up or down, if you're turning or not. Again, take a moment, look at your instruments. First thing you need to check is if you're climbing or descending, and then you need to see if you're rolling. Well, obviously see if you're the right way up, you don't want to be inverted. So I'm going to go back up through the clouds here. It's the same process as descending, but you got to watch the speed a bit more because you're climbing, you're going to be bleeding off some speed. So again, looking at the instruments as we're going here, 2,000 feet a minute vertical climb. We're at about 10 degrees nose up, or 5 degrees nose up as we are here. At decimal 8, passing 6,000, passing 6,500 now. Our heading's good, our wings are level. Nothing out of the cockpit except that sort of blue misty cloud that we can see. Now we're just going to keep this climb going, and we're going to break out the top. It's exactly the same as descending, except you're going up this time. So again, checking the instruments, passing 7,000 feet, heading's good, climb's good, speed's good. Giving it a left-hand turn. Let's go into 300 so we can actually turn while we're in the clouds. We don't need to be able to see where we're going. We're doing this all in instruments. So left-hand bank. Increase that turn there, You can see the artificial horizon moving as a bank. Coming up to 300, so we're going to roll out about now. And that's going to level our wings off. Still got about a 5-degree nose up. Still doing decimal 85 now, passing 9,000 feet, still not through the clouds. Quick check, nope, still not through. Getting a bit lighter as we go up here. Maintaining here, and there's the tops, so we can get our head up out the cockpit, away from the instruments. We can see, yep, we're climbing through the cloud base. Easy peasy. Simple. So that's flying in the clouds in DCS World 2.7. Hopefully this is going to help you not crash into the ground spectacularly like I nearly did on my very first flight in 2.7. Please hit that like and subscribe button for more DCS goodness. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. Tactical Pascal, out!